expected when she'd first taken the nanny job. How could you truly love someone else's kid? But it turned out you could. Dana would have jumped in front of a bus for that child. Maybe it was human instinct, protect the innocent. Or maybe it was something else, some deep-rooted impulse that hinted at future motherhood. When Dana had first identified the feeling, she'd felt relieved. It told her she was okay. Mostly. It told her that despite the ugly things she'd seen and done, her moral compass was still intact. The trail narrowed and wended through the cypress trees. Most people hung a left onto the pedestrian bridge at this point, but not Blue. He did the full loop and crossed the lake at the dam, predictable as clockwork. At first, when Dana began shadowing him, it had been a struggle, and she'd ended each workout feeling dizzy and depleted. But now she was stronger. Her thighs still ached and her lungs still burned, but she pushed through, and the heady rush at the end of each run was her reward. The trail narrowed again, and the woods became thicker. Dana heard the faint crunch of gravel. Her senses perked up, and she glanced over her shoulder. Her blood chilled. A man jogged behind her, maybe 20 yards back, and she'd seen him before. Dana focused on the path ahead, listening to the rhythm of his footsteps. Her pulse started to thrum. Where had she seen him? Her brain kicked into gear, retracing her steps over the past 24 hours. She'd been to work, the grocery store, home. She tried to recall the faces in the checkout line, or anyone she'd passed in the lobby of her apartment building. She pictured the man without looking back. Tall, buzz cut, heavy eyebrows. Where had she seen him before? You're being paranoid, you're being paranoid, you're being paranoid. The words echoed through her mind as she pounded down the trail. She peered ahead, searching for Blue on the path, but she couldn't see him anymore, couldn't see anyone. This section was practically deserted. The footfalls came faster and panic spurted through her. Why had he changed his pace? Dana changed hers too, trying to catch up to Blue, or anyone at this point. The slap of shoes behind her sounded closer now. Sweat streamed down her back. She visualized where she was on the trail. About a quarter-mile ahead was a nature center. To her right, through a patch of trees and bushes, was a parking lot. Would someone be there now? It wasn't even 6:30. Dana's breath grew ragged. Her skin prickled and her blood turned icy. With every footfall, she knew that the years and the miles and the lies had finally caught up to her. There would be no more running. And there would be no mercy. With a trembling hand, she unzipped her pouch and took out her phone. She thumbed in the passcode. Should she really do this? Maybe she was overreacting. But no, she wasn't. She darted another glance over her shoulder. Eye contact. And Dana knew. She bolted into the woods, plowing through bushes and darting around trees. Behind her, she heard the distant but unmistakable swish, swish of her pursuer moving through the brush. Dana's heart thundered as she pressed the contact number. Every swish, swish ratcheted up her terror. Finally, the call connected. Tabby, it's me. It's happening. Just saying the words made her stomach clench. It's happening. Dana hurled the phone into the bushes and cast a frantic glance behind her. She couldn't see him anymore, but she knew he was back there, felt it in her core. Every nerve ending burned with the certainty of being chased. Where was the damn parking lot? Through the trees she glimpsed a patch of asphalt and the red hood of a car. She ran faster, swiping at the branches. Thorns snagged her clothes and sliced her arms, but she clawed through the bushes as fast as she could, sprinting for the red. A tall figure stepped into her path. Dana gave a squeak and stopped short. The man moved closer. His eyes bored into hers, and she knew she'd been right. Not paranoid at all, but right. He took another step forward, and Dana's gaze landed on the knife in his hand. A silent weapon, of course. Terror pierced